My name is Mr. Gonzalez, and I am one of the fourth grade teachers here at Harrison. And today we're going to enjoy one of my favorite books, Burros Tortillas, written by Terry Fields and illustrated by Sherry Rogers. I'm going to start with my reading voice. Once upon a time, not so long ago, a little burro saw that the corn had grown very tall, and right away he thought, tortillas. Right away I'm starting to think about the warm tortillas that my grandmother used to make. I used to love when they came out of the oven nice and hot. She would melt a little butter on them. What an incredible treat that was. He called his friends over. We are, mis amigos, ven aquí. The bobcat, the coyote, and the jackrabbit, they came immediately. Amigos, look at all the wonderful corn, he said. Who will help me pick the corn so that we can make some fresh tortillas? Yo no, said the bobcat. I'm too cool a cat to pick corn. Yo no, said the coyote. I'm taking a coyote break. Yo no, said the jackrabbit. I've already got to hop along. I remember that when I needed help from my friends, sometimes they were there for me and sometimes they were not. I hope his friends come around. Then I guess I'll have to pick the corn all by myself, said the little burrito to himself. And he did. He picked so much white corn that he could hardly carry it on his back. I remember as a kid growing up on my grandfather's ranch in Mexico, he used to grow purple corn. And sometimes they used purple corn as well to make some delicious tortillas. When he got home, he gathered his friends all around him. Amigos, he said, look, I already picked all the corn. Who will help me remove the kernels from the corn? Yo no, said the bobcat. Scratch me from that job. Yo no, said the coyote. I'm doing trickier things. Yo no, said the jackrabbit. I'm having a bad hair day. Then I will remove the kernels myself, said the burro. For those of you who may not remember, I remember that a hare is the same thing as a rabbit. And the burrito did. He took all the corn kernels off of the cobs all by himself. Then he gathered all the kernels, he boiled them in lime, rinsed them off, and set them aside to dry. Man, that was the part of the job I hated the most when making tortillas with my grandmother. I had to take this big wooden stick and stir the corn kernels until they were soft and cooked. That was a really hot job. The little burro looked at all of his hard work. He did a lot, but there was still a lot more to do before the corn became tortillas. We are, he called. The corn is ready to be ground into flour. Who wants to use the grinding stone first? Yo no, said the bobcat. I'm too busy growling. Yo no, said the coyote. I'm too busy howling. Yo no, said the jackrabbit. I'm too busy being all ears. The burro sighed, for he was really tired, but he was also stubborn. Fine, I'll grind the corn all by myself. And he did. He stood over the metate and he used a pestle to grind the corn. I remember still seeing my grandmother. She used to love to grind the corn with the metate. Man, she was at home. She had a little bit of music playing in the background. She was a real pro at that. When he finished, he called his amigos over. Amigos, the corn is all ground. Who will help me make la masa? It's not as much work as grinding. And if you want to, you can growl and howl and listen while you do it. Yo no, yawned the bobcat. I'm catching a little cat nap. Yo no, said the coyote. I'm already counting sheep. Yo no, yawned the jackrabbit. Here now, gone to siesta. And the very tired burro, he wanted to take a nap too. Sometimes I remember the things that I have to do before I go to bed, and I'm very tired. But the burrito did not go to bed. He made small little balls of dough. This time, he didn't even call his friends when it was time to put each ball into la tortillera to flatten it into a tortilla shape. Wow, I love the tortillera because it's like a press. You put the masa in there and you squeeze it down, you open it up, and out comes a nice round tortilla ready for the comal. When he finished, the burro looked at the results of all of his hard work and he smiled. His mouth was watering. Very soon, he can eat some tortillas muy deliciosas. But first, he had to get them on the griddle before the dough dried out. He called for his friends. We are, amigos, your naps are over. And we are all on the last step. Who will help me cook las tortillas? His friends gathered round. I wonder if his friends have learned their lesson yet. Uh-oh. Yo no, said the bobcat. I'm too perfect to cook. Yo no, said the coyote. It's not my territory. Yo no, said the jackrabbit. Even the idea is hair-raising. Then I will cook them by myself, said the little burro. This was always my favorite part, the cooking of the tortillas, because you could smell the aroma, and it was so delicious coming out of my grandmother's kitchen. And the burrito did. He put each flat circle on the griddle, and he turned them over until it was fully cooked. Soon he had a huge basket filled with fresh tortillas. They looked wonderful. They smelled, oh, even better. And when he turned around, the little burrito didn't have to call the bobcat, the coyote, and the jackrabbit. They were already standing there. He looked at all of them. They only looked at the basket of fresh made tortillas. Who will help me eat these tortillas? Asked the burro. Oh, I wonder. Are his friends going to be there for the end to eat the tortillas? Or is the burro not going to share tortillas with them? What do you think? Let's find out. Yo, said the bobcat, I'm primed to pounce. Yo, said the coyote, their scent is super. Yo, said the jackrabbit, here's looking at you. Let's eat. And the burrito reached for the tortillas to share them with his amigos. Then he paused and he thought, uh-oh, even the burrito is taking time to think in his mind. And what's he thinking? He's thinking, you did not help me pick the corn. You did not help me shell the corn. You did not help me grind the corn. You did not help me make la masa. You did not help me make the tortillas. And you know what? Thank you. But I do not think I need your help to eat them. Wow, even the burrito is thinking. Do you think he'll have a, now I'm wondering, do you think he'll have a change of heart or will he not share? Let's find out. The burrito didn't share his tortillas. He didn't share his tortillas. What would you have done? Would you have shared your tortillas with him after they didn't help? Or would you have taken a different approach? I wonder, how would this story have changed if you were one of the friends that Bujo called for help? Until next time.